Hey, Dan Meyer here, and today we're going to talk about how to book more speaking engagements. So if you're a author, trainer, a consultant, you have a lot of intellectual property and you're looking to do more speaking, you want to be able to talk about your book and to people, you want to be able to share your knowledge, you want to be able to build up your business by sharing it publicly. I'm going to talk about a few ways I do that I'm able to get more speaking gigs, and how some of my peers who are also great speakers, who are world-renowned speakers all over the world, how they go about it. And really this is kind of a strategy behind getting more speaking gigs. I'm not going to actually tell you, like, go to this website, it's guaranteed. That really depends on the speaker and the audience and the timing and so forth. But these are the 5 things that you can do to help position yourself as somebody who should be an expert out there speaking. Position yourself as someone that people that put on events, that put on in-person physical events as well as online events are looking for when it comes to speakers. These are the strategies I use. And I'm going to plug a friend of mine's site there real quick though. So as you watch this video, learn these tips, but I want you to go notate this. There's a Facebook page called Need a Guest. A friend of mine, Angel, put this website together basically to help speakers and event hosts to find each other. So if you are looking to be able to get started speaking, if you want to build up your speaking business, or if you're looking for speakers, go check out Need a Guest on Facebook. Just type in Need a Guest and that group will pop up. So basically, how to get more speaking gigs. This is my strategy, right? This is what I do based on my experience. And I've had an opportunity to speak on hundreds of stages. A lot of people say that. I'm serious about it. I have done over 200 corporate trainings. I have taught classes on both sides of the Pacific as far as university, college classes. I've done dozens of webinars, hundreds of online speaking gigs. I've done hundreds of events and conferences and shows. So I've been speaking in front of people since I was a kid. Always loved it, never been scared of it. But professionally for the last 10 years, I really made primarily my livelihood comes out of doing a combination of corporate training, talking about analytics to audiences, and then talking about virtual staffing, so that I basically have a virtual staffing business, Sonic VA, which is allowing other people who want to do what I've done, which is use virtual staffing to grow their business. I grew my business from a person of 1 to over 100 employees, make over $1 million a year, and I've been very successful the last 10 years, primarily because I love speaking. And the more I speak, the more successful I am. I am my own brand. I am my own best salesperson when I'm on a stage, whether it be a physical stage or a virtual stage, talking about my business. These are the 5 things that I want you to think about when you think about how to get more speaking gigs. Number 1, you have to know your target. Number 2, you have to build your network. Number 3, you practice, you sharpen the axe, right? Constantly practice speaking. Number 4 is get marketed by somebody else, not just yourself. And number 5 is ask for a lot of testimonials. You do these 5 things, you're gonna get more speaking gigs. So let's talk about the first one, establishing your target audience. Who is your target audience? Who do you think will benefit the most from hearing you speak about what you're an expert on? Right? What is up here that should be out there among the masses? What do you talk about? What do you share your knowledge of that will benefit others? Who are they? Where do they live? What age are they? What their social economic status is? You want to know the demographics and the geography and the generational breakdowns of who your audience is, right? So when I'm in the Philippines, doing my business there, my primary audience is mid-level managers who hire trainers to come in and train their team on how to get better use of their data, how to make sense of their numbers. So I speak to that audience, a very specific audience. I know how to build my list. LinkedIn is my number 1 lead generation tool for my audience, for my professional speaking. Now, for analytics. Now for virtual staffing, for virtual assistants, it's different, right? It's Facebook, and it's people that are small business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, coaches, authors, speakers like myself. So I have a different tactic for each one. I know my target audience. I know where I find them. I know how to get to them, right? So my corporate clients, I tend to do more newsletters. I tend to do more this is the benefits you're going to get, bullet point them out. It's more of a professional, traditional approach. Whereas my people that are my peers, that are other speakers and coaches that are out there, I do a lot of quick videos. I do a lot of things that grab attention quickly. Now, I market to both using email marketing and social media marketing. And I have to have a big list to be successful, right? So you want to build your list of your target audience. You should be mining data. You should be mining data off LinkedIn, off Facebook, off Instagram, wherever your audience is. Figure out how to get them to sign up, give you their email address, get their phone number, do text opt-ins, do sales funnels, do contests and giveaways so you can get email addresses. Whatever it is, you have to establish your target audience, and you got to figure out how to build that list. That's step number 1. Number 2 is connect with other speakers and expand opportunities. The best way to get speaking gigs is to be friends with other people who are speaking. They will refer you. They will mention you to producers. They will introduce you to event hosts. That's the best way, right? I get more speaking gigs now than ever before because I'm surrounded by other speakers. I belong to a couple different organizations, one of them being Bill Walsh's Power Team, where we are always helping each other find speaking gigs, right? Whenever one of my peers comes across an opportunity for someone to talk about data, analytics, information that they need to share as far as big data points in social media or analytics, when they need people to talk about virtual staffing or how to grow a business, I'm top of mind for them. So I get referred a lot. You should be doing the same thing. What are you good at? Make sure that your peers know about that. And of course, it's reciprocal, right? I'm constantly promoting my friends. I'm constantly promoting my peers to help them get more speaking gigs as well. Connect with other speakers. You need to do this as part of a group. It's so much more powerful when you have a group behind you that you're part of than trying to do it on your own. So the next thing, number 3, is be persistent. Be persistent in your pursuit of higher learning by building a team of experts. This is a 2-piece process. Let me explain this to you. Be persistent in your learning. You have to get better at what you do best by building a team of people that can do everything else. I speak about virtual staffing, which means I have to be up to date on all the virtual tools. I have to have some sense of credibility when I talk about people about project managed apps, about messaging apps, about cloud storage, about any number of online tools and applications. To be consistent with my ability to provide good answers, to be on the cutting edge, I have to study a lot. And I do this one of 2 ways. First, I do a lot of my own research, trying things out, trial and error, but more importantly, I delegate some of that learning to my team. I don't learn every app. I have a VA go out and do that to some extent. Learn this app, tell me what you think. Sign up for this app, check it out, do the tutorial, try to do a couple things for this cloud storage device or for this online CRM, and tell me if you think we should use it or if our clients will want to use it. I delegate a lot of the learning to my team of experts. So not only do I delegate things to them to free me up, I also delegate the learnings so I can stay on the cutting edge, right? I have to know about artificial intelligence. I have to know about virtual staffing. I have to know about all kinds of big data tools that are constantly being invented day after day after day. So to stay up on all that, I delegate a lot of my work, my busy work, things that I don't have to do myself. So it frees me up to learn more, to read more, to attend more online events. And I also delegate some learning to my team. So I develop a team of experts. These are the ways that I get to really broaden my appeal so that when I talk, when I speak, I am definitely adding value by being up to date. The next is market yourself wisely. Right? This is one of the tips I got when I first started doing professional speaking. It's much more powerful if somebody else markets you. There's a couple ways to do this. One is to get fans. Get people talking about you. Get people excited about you. When people say, hey, I love what you do, make sure that's shared. Make sure that you push that out there so people can see it. And most importantly, don't always market yourself. Have an assistant. Have someone act as a publicist. Have someone share your stuff. I don't know why, I can't explain it, but people give speakers more credibility. They believe more in their ability to deliver to their audience if somebody refers them versus if they refer themselves. Right? So you shouldn't be the primary person promoting yourself as a speaker. You should have somebody doing that for you. It could be a virtual assistant. It could be a friend. It could be a partner. It could be a spouse. Anybody who's out there saying, hey, check out this speaker. I heard them speak and they're awesome. That comes across so much more credible. It's so much more actionable for event promoters and producers than promoting yourself. So the place you want to go for testimonials as well as building up your fan base is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great place because it has built-in recommendations. It has the ability for people to recommend you, to give you testimonials. So does a Facebook business page, especially if you have an author page or a speaker page. You want to use that to build up a library of testimonials, of people who talk about what you do and how well you do it. That gives you even more credibility. So when people look at you to book you, when they hear about you and they think about booking you for one of their events, they're going to look at your LinkedIn profile. They're going to look at that, and that's what's going to decide whether they think you're legit or not. If you talk about anything at all that has to do with business. Facebook and Instagram, they'll look at that as well, but they won't have that same sense of, I need to make sure this person's legit, right? So when people first hear about me, I know they go to my LinkedIn profile. And I make sure my LinkedIn profile has got a bunch of recent recommendations. And I make sure I share a lot of information as far as what people share and tell about me. I post a lot of stuff. I share a lot of content that people can see I'm active and I'm producing content and I'm really, really adding value constantly. That's what people want to see when they book a speaker. Someone who's going to add value, add something that they couldn't add themselves. That's the key, right? So I use LinkedIn for testimonials primarily. You can also use things like Yelp, Google reviews, Facebook reviews. There's other ways to get testimonials for your business. So something important to think about. So that's really the 5 things I want to talk about today. If those are things that you need help with, if you want someone to promote you, if you need help getting more testimonials, if you want to be able to really be more consistent in getting speaking gigs, so you're speaking every week like I am, like most of my peers are, you need help doing that. I have a team of virtual assistants to do that for me, right? This YouTube channel, all I do is record the content. I don't do the visuals, I don't do the intro and outro, I don't post it, I don't share it. I have a team that does that for me. Same thing with managing my Facebook and my LinkedIn. I don't manage my own pages. I let somebody else manage that, and it frees me up to create even more content because this is what I'm best at, finding ways to give people like you a solution to the challenges you're having. If your challenge is that you need more speaking gigs to be able to have a bigger audience, to expand your reach, to be able to have more influence in your market, then you need someone to help you do that. And that's what my VAs can do, among so many other things. Besides getting you booked to speak and helping promote your book or your talk, they can also help create YouTube videos to push you out there as a speaker, to give an example of what it is you speak about. They can help you develop marketing materials, graphic design work. We can do email campaigns. We can help do lead generation, data mining of lead stuff off of LinkedIn. Whatever it is you need to free yourself up, to create more content, to be able to spend more time writing, talking, speaking, sharing what you have up here with people out there. That's what you should focus on by having somebody help you on the back end. So if you're interested in getting a VA with Sonic Virtual Assistant, you can do this. Text the word data to 26786. That's data, D-A-T-A, to 26786. Or go to sonicva.com. Send us a form, basic form. It'll say, this is what I want to outsource. This is what I want to delegate. It could be social media. It could be getting more speaking gigs. It could be trying to help promote your brand. Whatever it is, send us that quick message. We'll get you started within 3 business days. You'll have a VA up and running. So I want to thank you for your time. I hope this helps. Now go out there and share with the world what you're great at. Get more speaking gigs.